Adrian Clayborn was a really strong signing for the Patriots. I think going into free agency, I felt they had to find a deal like they found with Jabal Sheard in 2015, a guy who had talent, who just was going to come on a relatively cheap price for whatever reason. And they ended up finding basically the exact same deal for Clayborn, 2 years, $12 million. That's what they signed Sheard to in 2015. That's what they get Clayborn for here. He's a little older than Sheard was at that time. He's 29 years old. He's coming off the best year of his career, though, 9.5 sacks for the Falcons. 6 of them came in one game. He did have 54 pressures, predominantly playing right defensive end. He's 280 pounds. He's a big guy. In theory, he can do more than just rush the passer. He could set the edge and be a strong run defender for them, too. So I think that's probably, of all the moves they made, that's probably the one that's going to have the most impact going forward.
Yeah, I think when all is said and done, this is going to be the Patriots' most impactful signing, unless something unforeseen happens or they make another big move, a pure signing, that is. And I was actually a little surprised that, like you said, that he got a similar contract to Jabal Sheard, because I thought he was going to go at a much higher rate than he actually did, because he has a pretty decent track record as a pass rusher, almost hit double-digit sacks. And what I think the Patriots really like about him is that he can rush the passer and play the run well. He's a big guy, so this is a great value, I think, for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they just weren't in a spot this offseason where they were going to be able to sign someone to a Stephon Gilmore-like contract, and some of the guys in the front seven who went with those kind of deals, even deals lesser than that, but they weren't going to be able to pay that kind of money for a player this year. They needed to find value. They found great value in Clayborn, and he's a guy who probably should end up being a quasi starter, if not just an absolute lock as a starter for them. He's gonna play. There's no question about that. That's, we talked about it before. That's probably one of the positions of weakness that they had entering free agency. They still, they need to find an offensive tackle. They probably need to add a linebacker, but signing Adrian Clayborn definitely shores up their pass rush.